really want to find the label, especially before I use it, because the thought actually makes me feel physically sick, to be honest with you. Hi guys, so in 6 days we are going to be in Tenerife and I am so excited. So not only have we not been abroad for like 3 years, but I've not been abroad with a newborn. Well, I keep calling her a newborn. She's probably not a newborn anymore, but a 4-month-old baby. Well, since George was like, I think George was around 6 months when we took him on his first holiday. Yeah, he was 6 months. So it's been a long time. He's 6 now, so 5.5 years. So I'm having to refresh my mind on everything that we need to take on this holiday. So Olivia is bottle feeding. Oh, there you go. You can see some of the milk there coming out of her chops. Yeah, Olivia's bottle feeding. She's on the Mamma Mia Aldi formula feeds, but I am going to be switching that actually this week. I'm getting her onto Aptamel. Because I wanted to change the milk anyway, because the Mamma Mia one, it was all good at first, but every time we're changing a nappy, there's, she's having a bit of a funny tummy. So I'm going to change the milk anyway onto Aptamel, which I've spoke to the doctors about, my healthcare provider for Olivia, and they said it's absolutely fine to just change her. So we're changing her onto that, and then we can take some ready-made bottles. Now I've decided, oh, she's wiped her sick on me. I've only just got dressed, but anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to take a few ready-mades with us as well. Now, I have recently found out that Boots isn't open in Terminal 2 anymore, which is a pain, because what I was going to do is what I've done before. So if you're in Terminal 1 or Terminal 3 of Manchester Airport, what you can do is you can actually order the ready-mades to the Boots, and then what that means is you go through security, you put your bags in, your hand luggage has already been checked, and you collect that from Boots, and you can have one carrier bag per person. So Olivia, we could have had all the ready-made bottles for the week, and we wouldn't have had to put them in our storage. Get off. 1 minute, she keeps grabbing my hair all the time. We wouldn't have to put them in our luggage, which always stresses me out, because there's no clear guidance on what's actually allowed and what's not allowed. So anyway, what I did is I bought some ready-mades, and I thought what we'll do is we'll just put them in the bag or luggage and take those. But what I've recently found is Olivia, they're not thick enough for Olivia. She's just screaming for more food very soon after. So what I decided to do instead this time, I've decided that it's probably best if we take a hot water flask, so you can have boiling water in it, and her bottles, and then I'm just going to each day take out a flask of boiling water and her bottles for the day and feed her that way, instead of getting all the ready-mades. I probably will still get a couple of ready-mades just in case, but I'm thinking that. So this is the week before holiday now, so she's going to go on Aptamel, and I'm going to make sure she's okay with that, and then if she's okay with it, we'll just carry on with it when we come back. Hello. So we've got the powder. So she is a very hungry baby as well. But anyway, there's obviously a lot of things that I need to pack with little Olivia that you don't often need to think about, so it's quite confusing. It's like sterilising the bottles abroad and things like that. Now, originally I was going to take our steriliser, but there's actually other ways to sterilise abroad. So what I've done is I've emailed the hotel. We're staying at GF Victoria in Costa Rica, and I've emailed them to ask what facilities are actually in our room. So we've got a fridge, we've got a microwave, and we've got a kettle. So the fact we've got a microwave makes it much easier. So we're going to use microwave bags, which I'll put the link to on the bottom of this, to steriliser bottles. So you get 6 bags in a pack. Each bag can be used 30 times, and 1 bottle can fit in each bag. So I'm just going to, and it's 90 seconds in the microwave. So I'm going to use those for holiday, and then we're not taking up loads of space. And I've gone on a bit of a shopping spree as well, which I'm going to show you what I got, and then we're going to pack the cases, which I'm really terrified about, because it is 6 days away and I need to remember what I'm putting in each case. So anyway, here goes. So I'm going to use this time to go to Tesco and go and find some, well, get everything I can really for the holiday. Normally what I do is I do shop around and I do go to like Home Bargains and B&M, but what actually ends up happening, I've realised, is I end up buying more. I'll end up like going to Home Bargains, coming out with like a surfboard or something, and actually what I've realised is by going shopping around I spend more in every shop, so it's not worth it. So today I'm just going to Tesco and Aldi. Tesco and Aldi. And gonna get all our stuff for holiday, including the sun creams. I don't really want to go anywhere else. I feel I'll end up spending more. So I'm just gonna go to those places today. So let's go. So we're at Aldi, parked up, probably the worst parking I've ever done in my life. Let's go. Yeah, good. So what was supposed to be just a holiday shop has ended up being a full shop. Oops. I bought some really random things, by the way. Okay, fair enough. Only one thing that came out is springing to mind, but I've not used one of these before, and someone was talking about a baby massage, so I've had to buy one just in case she gets a blocked nose. But it's called, I've got the label somewhere, it's this. Do you know what that is? Has anyone seen one of these before? Well, I didn't know what they were, and I found out about it the other day. I think I'd heard of it. I'm sure I've got the actual thing. It's a nasal aspirator. So what you do actually makes me feel physically sick thinking about it. This is in case she gets a blocked nose on holiday. And she has had a cold recently, and I was thinking, in the Tommy Tippy, in the Tommy Tippy bags, you get this like nasal sucker, and you like put it up her nose and then go like that, and it's meant to suck the bogies out her nose. And that makes me feel sick. But I have done that when she's had a cold recently, and it didn't work great, to be honest with you. It didn't really pull anything out her nose. Oh. I don't know how, you want to make sure you get these the right way around, but one of these goes in the nose and the other one you suck and it pulls the snot out the nose. Now it doesn't go into your mouth, so don't worry about that, but you would want to get it the right way around. But anyway, I got one of these. Really want to find the label, especially before I use it, because the thought actually makes me feel physically sick, to be honest with you. Oh, anyway, I've got it in case, and Danny can do it if need be. Don't think I'd physically be able to do that, but it's a great idea, and I thought it was definitely worth taking on a holiday in case she gets a cold. So we're taking that. Sun cream. So they say that you're not meant to put sun cream on babies at a young age. You're just meant to keep them in the shade fully. And that's mainly because the skin's so sensitive and it's still very thin. Now, obviously, I'm going to be keeping it in the shade, but I am going to put cream on as well, just to make sure that she's extra covered. So I've gone for Nivea Sun Babies and Kids Sensitive Protect Factor 50. That's what I've gone for. We will be going in the water. This says it's extra water resistant, and that is what I've gone for, just because when I've researched, this is the one that looks the best. So that is why I chose that for Olivia. Yes, so the next thing is I bought new Calpol because Olivia has been a bit under the weather. We've used quite a bit of Calpol over the last week, so I bought a new pack because I just thought I want a full pack for her and George if they need it. Hopefully they won't need it. You can never have too much Calpol. Obviously I mean that as in the house, not give your baby too much, because there is a strict instructions on the back on how much you should give your baby, and you don't want to go over that. If you've not used baby Calpol before, in each Calpol bottle you get this, which is brilliant. So it's this thing here. Actually really good to get splinters out as well. Don't know if you've ever tried them for splinters, but if your little one has a splinter and you suck it out with this, it's really good to get splinters out too. Anyway, it tells you the measurement. So for Olivia at the moment, she would be 2.5 mils. So the Calpol will be coming with us. What else did I get from Tesco? Oh, Olivia loves a bath every night and I'm not going to be stopping that. So I got her some bubble bath. The reason why I chose this one is because, you know, in the cases how your case can end up getting thrown around. I don't know if this has happened to you before, but it has happened to me a few times. Shampoo squeezes out, goes over my clothes, really frustrating. So I bought this with this kind of lid so it can't squeeze out, because the other ones are like, you know, those lids where they just pop open. So that's why I chose this one. I like E45. It smells nice and George can use it too. I also got this Nappy Cream. Now, 4 months into Olivia's life, I swear by this Nappy Cream. It's a pain in the arse if you end up getting it on your carpet, getting it on your clothes. It's really hard to get out. But for making babies' bums better, this is the best one I've used, and I've used quite a few. I use Tropic sometimes because I've got it as a gift. And I use it at night when we go into her room after a bath. I wouldn't say I rate it massively, the Tropic one, but this one has been the best one by far that I've used, because it works. Every time I've used it, when we've woken up the next day, a bum isn't as red. It's like it's really healed it. Pain in the bum if you get it over your clothes, so this will be firmly wrapped with carrier bag, even though it hasn't been opened yet, just in case it bursts. But I highly recommend this, even if you're not going on holiday. For your baby, I bet it work. Dummies. Let's say I got her these dummies. These have got a different style, so I got that one, which I thought was quite cute, and also purple, because Danny likes her in purple. So those are the dummies. And the good thing is these boxes are sterilising boxes, so you can just boil water, put them in, and sterilise the dummies. So 2 packs of dummies, and plus she's got her other 2 that we use. Something else I bought, which I really needed, was a thermometer. So I had the Tommy Tippy complete, the healthcare kit. You know, the one where you get the thermometer that goes under the arm, and the nose aspirator type thing that I told you about before. But something that I found with the thermometer is a newborn baby will not hold the thermometer under their arm for long without getting irritated. Olivia hasn't been well this last week, and holding that thermometer under her arm has been really, really hard work in the middle of the night. When she's crying, she's stressed. So what I've decided to do, invest in a good thermometer. I will let you know how this thermometer is. Haven't used it yet. So I wouldn't like to review it yet, obviously. I want to give you an honest review, as I always do. And so I went for this one. Now, there was a more expensive one, which was a Tommy Tippy one, where you can just hold it. It's called a no-touch one. You hold it towards the forehead. That might have been better, but my doctor uses one like this. Now, that was £50 in Tesco. This one was £35. But you do get a guarantee with it, I think. And you get the battery included and everything. So that is coming on holiday with us, so I can make sure that they're both fine. We also, George's Nana and my lovely mother-in-law also gave us one of those thermometers that you hold on the head. But again, when Olivia was really upset the other night and I was holding it on her head, she just wouldn't keep her head still. So it was really hard to kind of calm her down and hold that on her head at the same time. So that didn't really work for us either. So that's why I've invested in that one. I knew I needed to get one anyway, so I just thought, well, I'd rather invest now and have it for longer. If you're going to pay the money out anyway, you may as well just get it from the beginning and then you can use it all the time. So I've got one of those. I'm going to be taking that on holiday. Also got some vests for Olivia. So these 3 to 6 months from Tesco, and they were only £7.50. And because it's so hot there at the moment, it's around 25 degrees, I wouldn't be surprised if Olivia is in these quite a lot. She won't be in these and a baby grow because she'll be too hot. So I got 1 pack, 2 packs, 3-pack of these, and they can just easily slide into the case. I also got her some extra baby grows just in case. You know what the exploding poos are like. Now, I've had it a lot recently, especially with her being a bit unwell, a bit under the weather. So I got her some of these. They look huge. Have I got the right size? I have got the right size. They just look massive. So they're 3 to 6 months. I just thought they will do for holiday at night time. So she's covered over and for bed on holiday. So we'll get those washed and they will go in the case. Olivia's lovely grandparents got this for holiday. Thought it was super cute. TK Maxx. And there's a little headband too. So that is coming with us on holiday as well. Now, I also got Olivia, because I want to take her swimming. She has got a swimming costume, but I'm a bit nervous about leaving her in that too long. She might really love being in the water, and if that's the case, I want her to have maximum time in the water, especially if it's warm, without worrying about her catching the sun too much or being in the sun too much. So I invested in one of these cute outfits from Ted Baker, £30, but it's a UV, let me read it, UPF 50 plus. So it's sun protection swimwear. So she's got that. It covers the whole body, and it was £30. Only covered areas are protected, so I won't need to put sun cream underneath this outfit because it's protected. Always use high protection on any exposed areas, which I would do. Don't forget your hat and sunglasses. So I got that. Basically it's a zip one, it's like a wetsuit, it'll be perfect for her. And as well as that, it comes with this hat that actually comes down the back of her head, covers her neck, and it's a cute little hat. She wore it the other day, tried it on the other day, but I feel like she'll be really safe in that. So what I'm planning to do, I didn't want to get more than one of those. I mean, for £30 a pop, definitely not. But what I'm going to do is just wash it out at the end of the night, dry it, and hopefully it'll be that warm that it'll be ready and dry for the next day. Also got her this outfit as well, which I think you'll really like. While I was on the Ted Baker website, I had to just do it. It was just beautiful. So this was this £30? Yeah, this was £30 too. But it's a really, really cute dress. Really like it. Got a lovely little rose gold zip at the back and the little rose gold buttons, look. So cute. So I'm looking forward to wearing that on holiday. Hopefully she won't poo through it because that will just be a nightmare. And of course, swimming nappies. I'm going to get some more of these because she might be in and out the pool a few times in any one day and I don't want to put her back in a wet nappy. So there's 12 in this pack, but I'm going to get some more. I might actually be able to, I will be able to get them there. I'll get them there if we need them. So those are the swimming nappies. I also got her a little coat, which I'm going to show you because I didn't bring that with me. 1 second. Okay, so this, I also got her a coat, a little jacket, a summer jacket. It's a bit like a cardigan really. It's quite thin, but it's reversible as well. So I just thought if she's ever cold on holiday or in general, this coat's going to be lovely. So it goes that side, and then it also is reversible, which I really like. So if you're fancying a flower day, she can be a flower girl. And if she's fancying a pink day, she can be pink. So it's almost like 2 jackets in one. Even if she got sick on one side, you know, as long as it dried, you could turn it round and then she'd have the other jacket. So, all round successful trip to Tesco and also online with Ted Baker. So really happy with what I've bought, and then it's time to start packing the case soon. So that was our shopping haul video. If you would like to see our what to pack for a newborn going abroad video, hit the subscribe button so you get notified when that goes live, and don't forget to like and comment. A lot of effort goes into these videos, so I really appreciate any subscribes, any followers, any comments. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop me a message and I will come back to you. Thanks for watching.